Hi Scorpio, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kayleigh. This is your weekly tarot scope for the week. So let's see what we've got for you. All the housekeeping stuff is down below. I feel like whatever energy you've been putting out is being assessed. And I mean that like somebody is assessing their relationships and who's what to them, and they're kind of having a moment of reflection and going, well, yeah, what have they done for me? Is it a positive relationship? Is it negative? Is it neutral, kind of thing? And somebody is assessing the pros and cons of your past behaviour towards them, or what you've invested in them energetically, emotionally. Time is important. It could be a Cancer because I've got the Chariot card on the bottom. They're trying to move forward and they're trying to cut off ties that are holding them back, basically. They're on the up and up, and they're trying to assess who is important and who isn't. So if you haven't been investing in them emotionally or supported like you should be, or put enough time and effort and maintenance into your relationship between the two of you, I could see them snip cutting you off in order to move forward, because they only want positivity right now, because they're progressing, they're growing, they're expanding. Oh my god, the power in them. And you need to so yeah, if you're a negative influence, or it's sucking energy from them without getting anything back the other way, positive coming back the other way, then I can see them pulling away from you. And if that's the case, and they mean that much to you, step up, start putting the effort in, because it's actions that speak. I think you talk a good game, Scorpio, but you're not putting the actions behind those words. And it's like, yeah, I love you, but and then everything you do is like the same. You don't improve it, you don't grow, you don't show them that you love them. And I think you think saying something is enough, like, but I do love you, because you're so, and also because you're such a deep feeling. Scorpios can be quite, because you feel so deeply, you don't always show it on the surface, so you can come across as unemotive. So they're not even picking up, even like the way you look at them is not even coming. There's no expression of love coming from you. There's no oozing of emotions and feelings coming out. There's no actions. There's nothing for them to even gauge. Like when they look at you, there is no evidence of what you're saying. So if you think you're not showing them, if you think you're showing them enough, you're not, basically. You need to be investing, carving out time to spend with them, carving out checking in with them more. But yeah, somebody's going around assessing relationships in order to thrive forward. And the cards that have come out for you are, you have the Death card, which is your card, actually. It's about, again, with the whole, like, something is falling away in order for something else to thrive and move forward. You have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. This could very much be your close relationship. If you're in a relationship with someone and, like, your partner, and you see each other as equals, and I'm not saying that it's not that sort of thing that's the problem. You are equals. You are worthy of each other. I mean, one of you may think that they're better, not worthy than the other, or whatever, but you are equals. You have the King and the Queen of Swords. They are equals, and they complement each other, right? The masculine and the feminine of each other. And I'm not saying you're boys and girls or whatever. Gender isn't a thing in tarot necessarily, but what I'm saying is a king and a queen are equal. They are both the same level and rank. A queen can rule and a king can rule. But when they work together, the kingdom thrives, right? So, and I feel like this, because it's swords, I kind of feel like you need to communicate more. Like, that's what's been lost between the two of you, is the communication, and it's that aspect of your relationship that needs to be worked on. Because I kind of feel like, yes, you feel deeply for each other, and yes, you fancy each other, or and you have the fundamentals, like the home and the relationship, and I think everything around you, the home life, all thrives. Like, everything around you kind of thrives, but the two of you is where it's falling down right now, Scorpio. And because it's coming out as swords for me, that would suggest that it's expression and communication and reactions to it, right? Okay, because swords energy is quite quick, and it's like, it's getting communication up, it's having quick banter, it's having if they say something to you, you react to it, like, more than you think you should, because normally the swords suit, I say, oh, be careful that you don't react too quickly, but in this case I'm thinking you need to react more quickly, because right now you're like, oh, I'll deal with that later, and you never get around to doing it. And it's almost like you do have to be rash. You do have to show a genuine instant reaction to something, because you're so reserved and so unexpressive that they're just not getting it. And now they're starting to do it back to you. And it probably feels like there's a disconnect, like they're pulling away from you. They're pulling away from you because they're not showing you anything, because you're not showing them. And it's like, that's what they're doing. They want to move forward with you. They want to move the relationship forward. But right now, oh my God, they're getting nothing from you. You say you love them, but you're not showing them love. You say that you support them in what they're doing, but you don't give them the time for them to go and do it. You say that clear time. It's like they go and do it and you go, well, I'm giving you the time to do it. I've told you to go out and do it. Yeah, but you did it by telling me that I had to, that this and this did. You gave me a to-do list as I'm about to go out and do something. That doesn't give me clear headspace to go and do what I need to do. You're literally adding to my mental load. You're not taking it away so I can focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. You're adding to my mental load, and then going, oh, well, I need to go and do so and so at some point today. Well, already you've set a time limit on what I need to go and do, sort of thing. So it's almost like they go, well, I've got to go to the gym at 7 o'clock, and you're like, well, this is going to take me 3 hours and it's 4 o'clock now. There's no overflow time. There's no room for me to go and do it. Oh, and you're going to want to leave early, so you've reduced my 3 hours to 2.5. If you see what I mean. It's like, and then they'll go, but I support you. I give you that time to do it. Yet you've given me a 2.5 hour window when I need 3, possibly 4. And you put a time constraint on it, which already puts an extra pressure. You don't flow freely when you're pressured. And you've given me a to-do list of things that are going to happen that I need to do after, or that we need to do together afterwards. And it's kind of like you're not freely giving them, but you'll keep reminding them that you gave them that time. You did, yeah, but it wasn't clear time. You didn't just go out, you go with a cup of tea, off you go and do what you got to do. It's like, I don't know. It's just kind of like, you go, oh, I'm going to go and see my friend for the afternoon, right? I'm going to go and see my friend for the afternoon. We're going to go to the park. And then they go, oh, okay, that's fine, but I'm meeting my friend at 2, so somebody needs to be back for the kids. And you're like, but that only gives me 2 hours to get there, spend time with my friend and come back again. That's not me and my friend spending the afternoon together. That's us grabbing a coffee and maybe going to 2 shops. Do you know what I mean? It's not spending time with my friend, and it's so that you are then a priority, so that you can go out with your friends for the entire afternoon and evening. That's not fair. That's not balanced. That's you being selfish and not considering the other person. But you'll go, but you went out with your friend the other day. But it wasn't quality time with her friend. It's limited. Do you see what I mean? It's like, yes, you're giving them that, but it's tainted. You're not giving them something pure and wonderful. You're giving them something tainted and constrained. There's no real freedom in that. It's perceived freedom. You perceive it as you're giving them freedom, and they're like, well, yeah, but it's not freedom, is it? It's like, you've just given me a bigger cage. Instead of having a little cage, I've got a bigger cage. That's it. And I think that's kind of what they're assessing. Like, well, how liberated or happy or content do I feel? Like, I'm not a wild creature that chooses to come home. I'm constrained by this. You know, every time we talk, there's a to-do list. Every time, you know, I say, should we spend time together? You don't find the time. It's kind of that kind of aspect of this relationship, and it kind of feels like it has to change, right? The death card is change. It has to transform. This is your card, so to me that would imply that it's on you to change. You either change it for the good, in the sense of you change your behaviour, or you have a conversation, or you change the dynamic between the two of you. You shake it up. You find a new way of being, a new way to move forward into the next phase of your relationship, because the old ways just aren't working, clearly. I mean, they are for everything around you, don't get me wrong. The dynamic of the way you two deal with everything around, outside of the relationship together, I think you are on point. I think that's kind of why you are still together, because the kids are fine, or the house is fine, or you seem to have common common things. Like, if somebody remembers it's everybody's birthday and the other one goes, oh, all right, I'll get the shopping, or like that sense of things. On a practical sense, absolutely, you two are smashing it. But on a relationship sense, communication and expression between the two of you has shut down. You need to carve time for people. So this is about changing old routines. If you have gone through a phase where you put time constraints on their free time, so to speak, just go. You've got the whole evening, just go. I'll cover everything at home. Just go for the evening, come home when you like, kind of thing. Like, go out with your friends for the evening. Not go out for dinner. I'm going out for dinner with my friends. Oh, okay, but come back because I'm seeing my friends at 8 o'clock. Then they're leaving in the middle when everything's kind of finally free-flowing and everyone's settled down. They go, oh, I've got to go home and sort the kids out. Give them the whole night. Book your friend for another night. Do you know what I mean? Like, give them the time, and not just time together, but time to go and do what they need to do. They need to recharge in some way with outside of that your environment. We've all been cooped up together for so long. They need to have their thing to thrive. And you're putting constraints on that freedom to thrive. So you are literally restricting the way they have the ability to thrive. So you need to change that, because if you don't, then this could very well be the end of the relationship and the start of the next phase where you two are apart, because this is major arcana. There's a change coming, and you can either make it a positive change where you change and the relationship then thrives again, or they walk away, because they're making that choice. They want to thrive. They want to go up and up. They want to be happy. They want to be positive. They want to move forward with their life. And at the moment, this lack of communication is causing a negative effect in their lack of connection. Is just what is causing the problem. And no one's talking about it. Or I don't know if they've tried to talk about it and you don't want to hear it. I don't know. I just feel like you need to actively listen to what they're saying, the details, not say, yeah, I'm listening to you, and then hear what you want to hear out of it and take the keywords. You need to listen to all of it and take it on board and feel it and put yourself in their point of view. Put it on their view, because right now, things aren't good. By having that conversation, they're not necessarily going to end it. They're going to go, oh my God, they took the initiative. They see there's something wrong too. Let's talk about it. Oh, they're taking it on board. Let's see where it goes. Then you do the actions that you say you're going to do. And you're like, oh, when they say something, they mean it. Because right now, when you're saying something and not acting on it, if somebody says something to you and they don't act on it, you're like, well, it obviously doesn't matter to them. It can't mean that much to them. So I can't, and by extension, this is your intimate relationship. I don't mean that much to them, is how it comes across. If they love me, I wouldn't have to sit here and demand basics. I wouldn't be telling them that something's not right, and they're not even concerned enough to go, do you know what? Yeah, actually, I didn't know. I'm really sorry. What can we do to move this forward? What do we need to adapt in order to thrive again? Do you know what I mean? It's like you're not taking any responsibility for your part in this. Because if you were responsible, you would be maintaining the relationship. And right now, it's like you're leaning on them for what you need and then doing what you want. There's no benefit of it to them right now. And you're very good at telling them what you're doing for them, rather than listening to what they say you're not doing and what they need from you. Be prepared to take the criticism, because I'm pretty sure you've got a long list of what they don't do. So why the hell are you not taking on board what they say you're not doing? Why has it only got to be them that has to improve? Why can't you improve too? Don't take it personal. Don't get defensive. Just go, do you know what? You're right. I had no idea I was doing that. I'm really sorry. Right, I'm going to do this, and then do it. It's not as hard as you think it is. Anyway, I hope that is of some use to you, Scorpio. Hopefully I will see you again soon, later in the week, with the monthlies or the weeklies. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye for now.